Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Ready to Love Season 6 Episode 2. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, the singles are having brunch at Bar 1. Okay, Peter, I see you. So they're not in there 5 minutes, okay? And Dominica is taking her shrimp and grits and her mimosas to every man's table, asking why she was in the bottom. Randall was like, it don't matter, you're here now. Yes, Dominica, you are here. Just focus on today, honey. Don't think about yesterday and stop asking these men why they put you in the bottom. So then Tommy arrives, honey, dressed a little lighter today. So he tells them that Looney got hit with the beer virus, so she'll be out for a week. And you know what? I thought it was so sweet that when he announced that in the confessional, LJ was concerned for her. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to call and text to, just to check on her. I thought that was very sweet. That showed his character because he's about the only person that I heard mention something like that. I thought that was cute. That's just a side note. So then he also tells them that this week, one of the ladies will be going home. Okay, so what's the difference between today and last night? If a lady is up for elimination, possibly, if they gonna go, they should have went last night. But anywho, so Sharice is making her rounds, honey, trying to redeem herself and whatnot. And Randall is over there with the ladies, and Sharice comes over, right? And she's making a comment about Randall over there being served like he a king. She's like, y'all need to break this up and go talk to somebody else. So Shakira gets up and she walks away. Now, okay, I have to agree with her. He need to feed his damn self. But ma'am, please don't dismiss me. Don't tell me what to do, how to go, and where to go, and what time to go. Don't do that. Now, I do agree. Don't be over there feeding him grapes and fanning him and whatnot. He'll be all right. But at the same time, girl, it was a little bit rude how you came over there. Over on the other side, Mike is over there talking to April and Brandy about his 3 kids, right? So he's telling them their ages and all of this. And so April was like, do you want more kids? Charlie almost choked. I'm guessing that means no. Child, the way he chugged back that mimosa, I was like, okay, it's looking like a hell no. So Brandy was like, well, I want more kids, so I'm pretty much focused on that. So April is basically saying, yeah, it's going to be a big age gap for you and the kids that you have now if you had another child. And I was just thinking to myself, that happens all the time. These men have to know that some of the ladies are going to want kids. This happens every season. I do not know why they cast men that do not want children, because it's been my experience as I've been watching Ready to Love from season 1 until now. The women come in ready to get pregnant and ready to get married, ready for love. And child, moving forward. So everybody is mixing and mingling and whatnot. And then they pan over to April and Justice. So she asked him about marriage. He's like, yeah, I just want to be cosmically aligned, beyond anything we could have ever thought or imagined. So basically, he getting ready to race your best years, okay? It's giving Diddy and Cassie, okay? It's giving Nelly and Ashanti. It's giving foolish. Absolutely foolish. No, thank you, Justice, okay? Because I already see what you're trying to do right here. Not cosmically aligned. You're getting ready to waste somebody's time. Sir, are you ready to love or not? Okay, it's looking like no. So April said in her confessional, Justice is just so charming. And, if I'm not careful, I could be caught up. Really? What about Justice is so charming? Did they edit it out? Because, honey, they good for a good edit, child. Comment down below if they edited it out, child, because I don't see nothing about Justice that's charming. But maybe that's just me. Over on the other side, Trinica is talking to Randall and Devin is talking to Kayla. So he's talking about him being hot and whatnot, child. He hot under his underarms. They're making him nervous, uncomfortable. So then in his confessional, he's telling the production that it's hot in here. It's probably that velvet blazer. Child, I know you about to pass out every time you look at Tommy. Oh, Devin wouldn't be able to last 2 seconds with Tommy in his turtleneck, honey. I know he be ready to pass out. So anyway, Over with Samson and Shakira, they're talking, and he asks her what she's grateful for outside of her son. So she starts explaining that, the divorce made her stronger than she ever could have imagined. But my biggest thing was this: Samson really appreciated her opening up, and he said it made her stand out. Now, for me, I thought that was great that he was asking her questions like that, because it showed some type of substance, not just him. So, what's your love language? We don't need that. Okay. Yes, we do need to know the love language so that you can take care of me the right way. But I also want you to know other things about me. So I appreciated Samson doing that. Then they pan over to Kayla and Dominica, and they're talking to Justice. Child, we back over here with Justice. So she's telling him that she dates multiple people, meaning Kayla. Kayla's talking to Justice. She's telling him she dates multiple people. So he gonna say, I don't date until I'm interested. Say what now? He was like, yeah, people always say, well, how do you know you're interested unless you date? Yes, that's the question that I have for you as well. So he was like, I don't have to spend my money in order to show them that I like them. Well, then how do you do it? Because we are grown, honey. You're not about to good morning me beautiful and what you doing texting me to death. Absolutely not, honey. What other ways are you showing it? Okay, because if you ain't taking me out on dates, I need to be courted. Okay, I need to be taken out. So you talking about it's other ways. Like what? Child, I'm not about to be coming to your house Netflixing and chilling all day long. Absolutely not. I'm not feeling Justice's thought process. He want to be cosmically, organically derived from the earth, and he ain't got to spend no money to show you he like you. He's giving nothing. Absolutely nothing. Moving forward. So Kayla asked him, how long till he tells them that he's interested? He was like, I don't know. Could be today, could be tomorrow. There's no time limit. Sir, bye. Bye-bye, sir. I said good day, honey. Sir, get the hell on, child. Kayla was like, girl, after that conversation, I was done. I know that's right, honey, as you should be. So Dominica, still asking why she was in the bottom. Oh, my gosh. She was like, because, I want to know what it is because it's a learning moment for me. Now, mind you, as she's saying this, you have Mike in the middle and Sharice on the other side of Mike. And she's asking Mike the question. Sharice goes, okay, woman to woman, you need to turn down the volume. Ma'am, you were in the bottom as well. People in glass houses, okay? You need to be worried about the speck in your own eye. And stop telling this woman what she should and should not be doing. She asked Mike. The men were eliminating the women. She didn't ask you your thought process, but thank you so much. So Mike, in his confessional, he's like, I can't believe she said that. I can't believe it, and I don't know how you can't believe it. Aren't you the one that said last week women should be seen and not heard? And don't think I forgot. Child, but why not pull her to the side and have this conversation? Don't have the conversation in front of Mike. Like, just don't do that. So Dominica is like, this is just my voice. I'm just loud. Like, I can't help this. So she goes, you almost busted my eardrum. She said, okay, girl, well, you could have told me that. See, and that just shows how sweet she is because she didn't get defensive. Now, me personally, I would have been like, girl, what? And I would have had a full-on attitude. But Dominica is more graceful than I. And she was just like, girl, you could have told me. And then I would have corrected myself. So she's like, well, I'm telling you now, sis. Honey, not sis. Ma'am, this is some old catty, unnecessary mess. But Dominica's so sweet, honey, because couldn't be me. Moving forward. So Tommy is back to talk to the fellas, and he's asking if any, new ladies are standing out to them. So Randall said Tronika. He was like, you can just look at her and tell. Here go Tommy. I'm not looking at her. You see Tronika and all that junk in the trunk, honey. You see that thickness, honey, and you ain't fooling me. You definitely be looking in them turtlenecks. I ain't got time to play with you, Tommy. So Randall was like, Tronika, she just tries to get to know you on a deeper level, and I appreciate that. She does seem sweet. So then Swayze said Kaden, because she looks like a Swayze. She got the jewelry on, and, that's how they coming. Gotta look good. So then Devin, honey, better known as DBD over here on this channel, Deadbeat Devin, he says Sharice. He's like, I see her in a different light. Anyway, sir, you see her in the light of she's the only one that likes you after you denied having a kid, and then remember that the cameras were around and said you did have a kid. She's the only one that likes you, so of course you see her in a different light. Anyway, boy gone. So then Tommy asked for the red flags, and they said Kaden. Then Justice brings up Kayla. He was like, yeah, I feel like she's coming in real like, rrr. Why is she coming in like that? Why? Because she wants a man to court her, take her on dates? Absolutely not. So then he brings up the date thing. And baby, Tommy skipped right on over that so good. When I tell y'all, Tommy paid Justice dust. Oh, that was good to me. He was like, all right now. So what y'all got to say about everybody else? Yes, let's go to somebody else, honey. Justice, absolutely not, sir. You tried it, honey. Have several seats. So he asked if Dominica and Sharice had redeemed themselves from the other day. So they all said that Dominica is like the home girl, just somebody that they could be cool with. And I mean, I guess men are different because I want a person that I can vibe with on different levels. Like I want a lover and a friend. I want somebody that I can, come and talk to. I feel protected by. I guess men don't usually find the homie attractive in that way. I don't know. I guess I just wish she would have not been so on guard today and showed them who she was as opposed to playing Inspector Gadget, trying to figure out why she was in the bottom. I think that's why they put her there again, because if she would have come in with a different spirit, a different attitude, not worrying about why, just being authentically herself, then maybe she would have went a little further. But they had already, decided she wasn't the one, especially because they feel like she's more of a homie. Anyway, so Randall says Sharice, he feel like she changed a little bit, but he's not sure if it was genuine. It was definitely given, I want to stay. Okay, that's what it was given. Over with the women, Brandy asked how the women felt about the brunch and, everything that was going on. So Sharice was like, I wanted to know why I was at the bottom because I'm a catch. Like I bring the whole table. She said, I don't want to have to treat a man like he's a prize. Like when I pay my own bills, you have to let your man know he's special. I'm not saying bow down to him, honey, and kiss his feet and let him walk all over you. But it is okay to let him know he's valuable as well. Like, what are you here for? Listen, sis, I don't know about you, but I want to be able to relax and let a man take over. Okay, I'm tired of being strong, honey. Please let me be weak, honey. I'm ready for the soft life. Child, when I tell y'all I'm so ready for the soft life, honey, please come rescue me. Yes, I do bring things to the table, honey, but I don't want to put the damn table together. Okay, I want you to put the table together and we will set the table as a couple, child. Oh, child, that's the word. Moving forward. So Kayla disagrees, honey. She piping up. She feels like no man is going to want you if you act like you don't need a man. She said no man is going to want to help you if you act like you don't need help, which you do. Let me tell y'all something. This is a story time. It's not really a story time. I had one of my exes tell me in my early 20s that he wanted to break up with me because I don't need him. He was like, you already got everything. Like, you don't even need me. I had strong, I got this myself energy. He couldn't do nothing for me except give me, the sexuals and whatnot. But I would always be like, oh, I got it. Oh, don't worry about this. I got it. Like, I really had to sit back as I, got a little older and was like, dang, a man wants to protect and provide. And girl, you ain't letting him provide or protect. Girl, what is happening? So, I understand what Kayla is saying, but at the same time, I understand Sharice as well. You don't want to feel like you're beneath the man, but at the same time, sis, you gotta, give him a little something. A man likes to feel wanted. Ain't nothing wrong with being self-sufficient, but men need to feel wanted, like it's a part of them. That's what they need. So Kayla said, it's my role as a woman. I feel like I was made to be a helpmate. So then she brings up the Randall thing, honey, about the king. And baby, what she say that for? Because then Shakira starts piping up. And she was like, yeah, you came over there like, y'all don't be feeding him. He ain't no king. Sharice was like, I was using that as a joke. She said, I was actually complimenting the women. Well, baby, Shakira didn't take that as a compliment, okay? And this too much fussing for me. Y'all stop all this fussing, honey. This is a show to find love. Is it or is it not? Like, we all should be concerned about ourselves, not fussing about nothing. Who cares if Randall think he a king, if you're not a king, honey? If it's Burger King, let's not worry about that right now. Let's focus on the mission. That's finding love. Y'all getting on my nervous system, honey. This is just episode 2. Ugh. And Sharice, stop all that fussing with everybody, honey. You've been off-putting for 2 episodes now. Just stop it. So then Tommy comes back out and the energy was a little low with the claps and whatnot. The claps weren't clapping. He gonna say, oh, come on, Miami. Baby, Tommy said, the clapperization as I walked out was not what I'm used to from past seasons. So we gonna try that thing again. Honey, I know that's real. And Tommy said, I need more than that, child. So then he tells them that he talked to the men and 2 of the women aren't ready to love. So Dominica and Sharice are back in the bottom. See, sis, you giving advice and you back in the bottom. What sense does that make? None. Oh, okay. So Tommy said, I'm happy to share that my little nudge put Sharice back in the game of love. Whatever, Tommy. The producers put Sharice back in the game of love because they know the foolishness brings ratings, and they think that's what we want to see. But we really like to see the heifers getting together and getting along. And we also like to see some love, honey. That's what we like to see. Child, anyway, maybe if we keep complaining, they'll get it together. It's okay, Dominica, honey. The prospects weren't prospecting no way. So skip on off into the sunset and whatnot. So then as she was exiting in her confessional, she was like, you know what? It's okay. Some people don't like older women. I'm 42. Well, honey, you sure don't look it. Okay, looking good. She was like, I'm like the song that you skipped and it became a top hit. Now, ma'am, the saying is you're like the song that they skipped and later realized it was fire. Okay, and by then, hopefully it'll be too late, i.e. the reunion. So don't even worry about it, Dominica. I don't take that fineness and all that spunk and spontaneity on out into the Miami streets, honey. And somebody gonna pick up what you putting down. Moving forward. So Tommy tells them it's time for the men to be eliminated. Child, let's get into it. In the next scene, Jamala is going out with Swayze. I was looking at Jamala. I'm like, she's only 33. I don't know why she reads much older to me. Like, she's a beautiful woman, but I just would have never looked at her and guessed 33. Swayze seemed like he go on a lot of first dates, and that's where it ends. I don't know what it is about him, but that's just what he gives me. Over on the other side, Samson and Flower Child, a.k.a. Shakira, they going on a date. Because, child, she going to wear this flower in that half. She don't do nothing else. Her signature is this pretty flower that she wears in her hair. Did y'all notice that? Shakira has had that flower in her hair every single scene. So Samson came in. He was bearing gifts and whatnot. He brought her an aloe plant because he said he knows that she likes healing. And I was like, okay, nice move, Samson. Like, that shows to me that he was attentive to what she likes. And that's important. Okay, I like that. So she goes, oh my gosh, you're making me melt. Girl, already? Girl, that aloe plant got those kind of powers? Child, not the aloe plant making you melt, honey. It's only been a minute. Don't give him all that yet. Shakira, you giving up too much. Don't give him all that. Back over with Swayze and Jamala, they're talking about love, and he said, he's always been in a relationship. He always has a girl, and he feels like he moves too fast. So she asks how he knows himself if he's always locked down, and he was like, well, I've been single for 3 years now. Back with Samson and Shakira, he's asking her about her upbringing and, how she parents differently with her son Amir, or is she the same? So she basically was saying that her parents were military type style, but her and her son, they actually communicate. They talk to each other. Side note, the women on this season are very pretty. Shakira is so pretty. Like, I don't know if I see her and Samson together, though. I don't know if I'm seeing it. Like, I do like how he likes getting to know about her, but the chemistry wasn't there for me. I don't know about y'all, but it just wasn't there for me. So Samson was saying in his confessional that he feels like a mother should love their child, and his heart is open, so he receives that. Oh, okay, Samson, you might be all right. I mean, you kind of threw me off last episode saying you don't want a woman unless she pursues you first or something like that you said. But I mean, we shall see. Back with Jamala and Swayze, they're still talking. He said people think he play all day. Well, I mean, so far you've played all day. He said, but he feels like it's more to him and he can't take his life too seriously because his job is serious. And that's why I related to him. Because when you're an educator, everyone expects you to speak properly at all times, cross your T's and dot your I's, and never make a mistake when you enunciate a word. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all looking for that when I get off at 3:30, when I come over here on the YouTubes, yes, I said YouTubes, but I know it's YouTube. If y'all expect me to do that when I come over here, it ain't happening. I'm going to be silly. I'm going to be funny. I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to turn my brain off. I'm going to speak Ebonics, and we're going to get into it as we get into it. Because all day long, I have to be that way. So I appreciated him saying that because I understand where he was coming from with that. But this day right here just gave me friends, honey. Friends. How many of us have them? Honey, this gave us friends, child. Moving forward. Back over with Flower Child and Samson. He's like, I could just keep looking at you all day. Can I keep looking at you? Can I sing to you? She said, as long as I can keep looking at you, she said, I can do this all night. Not you being Mooney Long doing it for hours and hours, honey, with shrimp and lobster towers. Ooh, this is a mess. In the next scene, Sharice is at her place. And Devin shows up and she's hosting Taco Tuesday. He's like, I never really partook in Taco Tuesday. Okay, DBD. So they're having this awkward exchange because he goes to the restroom, right? So he comes out and she's like, did you do number 1 or number 2? He's like, I don't poop in public. She said, oh, okay, but did you put the seat down? And did he wash his hands is what I wanted to know, honey, because he came out of there and asked you for a paper towel or nothing. He wasn't even like, you know how you flop your hands to try to get the little excess water? He wasn't even doing that, honey. Ugh. He probably didn't even wash his hands, child. So she's like, in her confessional, well, he came empty-handed. Girl, not this being where you draw the line. So he can deny his child until he sees the camera. But him not bringing a hostess gift to the house, that's just too far. These people. Oh, my goodness. Child, y'all crazy. He's already shown what kind of person he is. So why are you surprised, honey? Because I'm not. So then the rest of the cast arrives, minus Looney and Mike. Those two weren't there, but of course Looney, she's sick, and I don't know where Mike was. So LJ goes, where's your boyfriend at, Tronika? He's talking to her about Mike, and she's like, that's not my boyfriend, that's Brandy's boyfriend. Brandy said, who they talking about? They said Mike. She was like, oh yeah, he is. I like Brandy. Her personality reminds me of Ashley from season 1. Y'all know how Ashley was just so free with it, always smiling, always happy. That's who Brandy reminds me of. Anyway, so Justice shows up talking about he thought it was a one-on-one date. Well, it's not, sir. Okay, it's with the group. So get in where you fit in. Moving forward. So Kadeem is over there talking to Devin, right? And she's asking him about relationships. And he's like, yeah, I haven't been in a serious relationship for like a year and a half. So she goes, well, what happened? Was it you? He said, yeah, definitely it was me. She said, oh, okay. So have you worked on the issue that you were doing? Like, have you fixed this problem? He's like, yeah, for sure. She said, how have you fixed it? He gonna talk about meditation. Boy, if you don't go. Boy, if you don't go, DBD don't do nothing but lie. Devin just want to be on TV. Okay, he hopping from show to show to show. Child, he just want to be on the tube. So Randall is over there talking to Brandy, and he asked her what she wants, out of a relationship. And she basically said she wants a man that knows what he wants. So he asked her when was her last relationship. She said it was last year, and it lasted for 5 months. She was like, yeah, I was a girlfriend to someone that wasn't my boyfriend. Okay. So were you claiming him and he wasn't claiming you? Were you all in and he was cheating? Or did you find out he had another situation and you were the side chick? Like, I want to know, how were you the girlfriend and he wasn't the boyfriend? Because, child, let me tell you something. Once you even put an elbow on Instagram, you single. They know that ask your elbow anywhere. You can't put one of his tire rims on Instagram. They be like, oh, are those 84s? Oh, my goodness. Not Devin. Child, they know everybody. You don't, like, this the thing. If you want your relationship, honey, do not put it on Instagram, honey, because the girls will come out of the woodworks, okay? Coming to you woman to woman all up and through your DMs. Moving forward. So then Kadeem brings up the king thing, because they're all just sitting around, honey, at this little boring shindig. And Sharice is like, I didn't say it like that. I didn't say anything about him being a king. So Randall was like, well, no, you did say it like that, but I didn't take any offense to it. Are you sure? Because that's the first thing you mentioned when you walked up in here. But anyway, so she was like, well, how did that make you feel? And he said it made me feel awkward. So she was like, well, I think I'm a queen, so maybe I do think you're a king, and, I won't call you a king anymore. I'll just call you a Randall. And girl, not you didn't offer not now piece of an apology for making a man feel awkward, but okay. So then after that, she was like, well, all right, party's over. Y'all ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. Now, she didn't say that, but she basically should have, because she was like, well, all right, y'all, night. This was just another mixer at somebody else's house, honey. This kickback gave nothing. Do you hear me? Absolutely nothing. Y'all could at least play some games or something. This was just y'all sitting around eating a taco talking about Randall. Moving forward. So in the confessional as they're leaving, Devin is like, I feel good leaving Sharice's place. I know you do, because she had to ask if you dropped a load in her toilet, honey. So maybe you released some things and you feeling a little better, because I don't know exactly what you did to make you feel so great. He's like, being intimate, that isn't my forte. DBD, why are you here? Why? I just don't understand it, honey. This man don't want nobody on this show. And I do mean nobody. In the next scene, Kayla invited Mike, Swayze, Zoe, Shakira, and Jamala to go bowling. So Mike was, talking, and he said he's walking in hoping the women don't think he and Brandy are together because he's open to making other connections and getting to know other women. Well, I think you need to give Brandy the memo, honey, because she already claiming you. So, I mean, I understand that it's too early for that, but it happens every season. So you get what you get and you don't pitch your fit, honey. So just go on. So it took me some time with Brandy. Maybe because y'all together, honey. So they're bowling, and Kayla is talking to Mike. As soon as he heard she was 30, he was like, "Ooh, that's young." She's grown, sir. Yes, it's young amongst this crowd, but 30 is not a baby. And Jamala is 33, allegedly, and Swayze is young too. So what are you talking about? So Shakira was over there bowling, and Zoe was being very touchy-feely, honey, touching all on her hips and everything. I was like, oh, that is too much, honey. That would have turned me off. Because why are you so touchy? Why are you in my personal space? Maybe that's just me because I don't know you like that yet. So for you to be so close to me and be touching me, I don't know about that. She said she liked his energy, though. I thought you was melting with Samson. Child, Shakira is reminding me of Miss Stay Right from season 4. I can't remember her name. Remember she was talking to Walter, and it seemed like she liked everybody she came in contact with? That's who Flower Child is reminding me of. So Kayla is talking to Swayze about his past relationships when he was 30. He said he was with a woman that was 38. They bought a house together. And Kayla was like, well, why didn't you marry her then? He was like, oh, I call her cheating on me. Okay, well, was she getting her lick back or did she cheat? I'm just asking. I'm just asking for the people. I'm just asking for the people, honey, because I know they're going to want to know. So Kayla said she wasn't expecting for him to say that. Girl, me neither. So she tells him that she was supposed to marry this man, but he was still caught up on that ex, and if it don't feel right, she ain't doing it. She was like, y'all not finna use me. Now, if I want to be used, that's a different story, but y'all not about to use me. So then Zoe comes over for a little competition with Swayze. So Kayla tells them that the loser does 20 push-ups and the winner gets a special prize. So Swayze was talking all this noise, talking about, yeah, I mean, I ain't worried about Uncle Zoe. He ain't gonna be able to beat me. And then he got beat. So then he gonna get in the confessional talking about, of course he won bowling for old people. Nah, don't be a sore loser. Take your defeat like a man. Unc just beat you. And that's just the bottom line. So Swayze does 50 push-ups, He trying to impress the girls and whatnot. He did 50 instead of 20. And Kayla kissed Zoe. Now, it was just a peck, right? But I feel like that was a bit much. And he didn't even look excited afterwards. Honey, he was more excited over there rubbing up and down on Shakira's hips. Shakira. Honey, it's about something about them Shakiras and them hips that don't lie. Oh, child. Sometimes I try to be serious on these reviews, honey, but it just, I don't know what I be thinking, child. Y'all know I play all day. Anyway, he didn't look impressed, Kayla. Like, girl, no. Zoe, you could have shown a little bit more enthusiasm. Kayla, just a tip from your girl, honey, because I'm 10 years older than you are in 1 month. Reserve the kisses for those that really earn them. Don't give them a peck. Don't give them nothing, because he wasn't even into it. In the next scene, the ladies meet with Tommy, and after me complaining in these reviews for 3 seasons, now the ladies actually have a lounge. I'm so proud of you, Will Packard. I'm so proud of you. It's about time that they get treated the way that they should be and not sitting in the back of a local brunch hotspot. We are so happy to see the ladies being treated like the queens that they are. Get into it. So then Tommy is there and he's asking them if they've been catching feelings, and Kaden, she brought up the kissing and whatnot. Kayla did actually fess up to the fact that she'd been picking on people. So he asked Jamala who she was feeling. She said Randall. Trinika also said Randall. I can see Trinika and Randall together. I can. Now that I look at it, I really can see them together. Kaden said Swayze. They can be silly together. I thought she would go for somebody a little bit older. I don't know why. I just felt like she would. Anyway, Brandy said Mike. She said everything that he is, she likes, especially the way the aesthetics are set up, honey. The way that beard is sitting on that chocolate, she liked that. So then they went over to Shakira, and she said she was feeling Samson. Now, y'all listen to me. Last week, I left the wigs alone. I left them alone. Okay, I'm like, you know what? I left them alone. But Shakira, you and your flower are too pretty for this witness protection wig. And it ain't got no part. And y'all know I hate a wig without a part. If you had shifted it, the flower could have hidden the fact that it didn't have no part. Honey, I hated that wig. I said, look at this pretty girl in this bad wig. Oh, Shakira, don't wear that wig no more, honey. Please don't wear that wig no more. So she said she felt like Samson was really a gentleman and made her feel like being a single mom was an asset. And she got very emotional. And let me tell y'all something, I understood that. Because as a mom, you have to choose a mate for both you and your children. Now, me personally, I'm not choosing a mate for nothing. Honey, I'm going to hold out until he get grown. Because child, people crazy, okay? But the fact that Samson makes her feel at ease, that is awesome. He makes her feel proud of that. And I love that he's making her feel that way. Even though it's only been 5 minutes. I love it. So now they talk about who they're not feeling. They said Devin. Kayla said Justice. Honey, we already know why. Cherie said Devin because he came empty-handed. Okay, girl. April said Mike because they don't connect and, the baggage is too much, honey. And then, Kadeem was like, girl, yeah, especially with him not knowing if he want kids. And Kayla was like, he don't want kids. Brandy, he doesn't want kids, honey. And Brandy is like, well, that's an issue for me. I mean, I need to know more. Brandy, you and April were there when he took that sip at the mention of more kids. That's an indication that he's unsure about more kids. Okay. Time for the eliminates. In the next scene, Kadeem goes for the date with deadbeat Devin and Brandy meets with Mike. So Kadeem asks Devin how many people he exchanged numbers with. So he gonna say, both males and females or just the females? Sir, what now? Child, not a Freudian slip, allegedly. Why would she care about the males on a dating show? DBD, go away from me with this. That ain't making no sense. Well, why would she care about that? And that's the first thing she said. She said, now, why would I care anything about the males that you exchange numbers with? Like, what are you talking about? He said, well, maybe like 4, because I don't really like rejection. Meanwhile, Brandy and Mike are on a real date on the slick, and she asked him about more kids. And he was like, do you want more kids? She was like, yeah, I at least want 2. He was like, okay, well, then I'm going to have 5 kids. I don't know if I believe that. The way that you responded when you were sitting with them at the brunch, that's your real answer. Like, I just feel like he sensed that he might be eliminated, and he just talking. I wouldn't get too wrapped up in him, Brandy, because I ain't really like that answer. I feel like that was one of them, that was some game. I just wasn't feeling it. She then reveals to him that they met with Tommy, and then Kadeem over on the other side is telling DBD that the women feel he's not ready to love. Bye. Back over with Mike and Brandy. Brandy tells Mike he lives to date another day. And that was the end of the episode. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what y'all thought about this episode. I'm trying to connect to the cast. Maybe as the episodes progress, I will connect to them a little bit more. And then we can start having some lives so we can get into it as we get into it about it. Comment down below exactly how you felt. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.